Operation Bagration, launched in the summer of 1944, stands as one of the most decisive military campaigns of World War II, fundamentally altering the course of the conflict on the Eastern Front. Named after the 19th-century Georgian prince and Russian general Pyotr Bagration, this Soviet offensive targeted the German Army Group Center in Belarus and resulted in one of the largest defeats suffered by the Wehrmacht during the war. Background. By early 1944, the strategic situation for Nazi Germany had grown increasingly precarious. On the Western Front, Allied forces prepared for the Normandy invasion, Operation Overlord, while in Italy, the Allies pushed northward. On the Eastern Front, the Red Army had gained momentum, reclaiming vast swathes of territory from German control in a series of successful offensives. The Soviet High Command, the Stavka, planned Operation Bagration with the primary aim of liberating Belarus, cutting off German forces, and ultimately advancing toward Poland. This operation was also designed to complement Allied operations in the West by drawing German resources and attention eastward. German defensive position. The German Army Group Center, commanded by Field Marshal Ernst Busch, held a formidable defensive position. Its forces consisted of over 800,000 men, supported by thousands of tanks, artillery pieces, and aircraft. The region's challenging terrain, characterized by dense forests, swamps, and rivers, further strengthened their defensive posture. Despite these advantages, the German position was vulnerable. Hitler's insistence on holding ground at all costs left Army Group Center dangerously overstretched, with insufficient reserves and outdated fortifications. Additionally, the Germans underestimated Soviet capabilities, believing that the main Soviet thrust would target Army Group North Ukraine to the south. Soviet planning. Operation Bagration was meticulously planned and executed. The Red Army amassed over 2.3 million troops, supported by 4,000 tanks, 24,000 artillery pieces, and 6,000 aircraft. The operation's success relied heavily on deception, maskirovka, mobility, and overwhelming force. Deception played a crucial role in misleading the Germans. Soviet forces conducted extensive radio traffic and troop movements in the south, convincing the Germans to divert resources away from Army Group Center. The Soviets also gathered detailed intelligence on German positions, using partisans and reconnaissance units to map out enemy defenses. The offensive was divided into four primary fronts. The First Baltic Front under General Ivan Bagration. The Third Belarusian Front under General Ivan Cherniakovsky. The Second Belarusian Front under General Georgy Zakharov. The First Belarusian Front under Marshal Konstantin Rokossovsky. Each front was assigned specific objectives, with coordinated attacks designed to encircle and destroy German forces. The offensive begins. Operation Bagration commenced on June 22, 1944, the third anniversary of Germany's invasion of the Soviet Union. The opening phase involved massive artillery bombardments along the front lines, targeting German defensive positions and infrastructure. This was followed by rapid advances by Soviet infantry and armored units. Vitebsk-Orsha offensive. In the northern sector, the First Baltic and Third Belarusian fronts attacked German forces around Vitebsk and Orsha. The Soviets quickly breached German defenses, encircling and annihilating the German 53rd Corps in Vitebsk. Orsha, a key logistical hub, fell shortly afterward, further destabilizing German positions. Bobruisk offensive. To the south, the First Belarusian Front launched a powerful assault on Bobruisk, a critical German stronghold. Rokossovsky employed a double envelopment strategy, encircling the city and trapping tens of thousands of German troops. By June 29, Bobruisk was liberated, with German losses exceeding 50,000 men. Minsk offensive. The central thrust of Operation Bagration aimed at Minsk, the capital of Belarus. By early July, Soviet forces had encircled the city, trapping the remnants of the German Fourth Army. On July 3, Minsk fell to the Red Army, marking a decisive victory. Over 100,000 German troops were captured or killed in the encirclement. Pursuit and destruction. Following the capture of Minsk, Soviet forces maintained relentless pressure on retreating German units. The Red Army advanced rapidly, liberating key cities such as Grodno and Brest while crossing the Niemen and Bug rivers. By late July, Soviet forces had reached the borders of Poland and Lithuania, threatening East Prussia and setting the stage for further offensives. Results and impact. Operation Bagration was a catastrophic defeat for the Wehrmacht. Army Group Center was effectively destroyed, losing over 400,000 men, including 25 divisions rendered completely ineffective. The operation also inflicted severe material losses on Germany, including thousands of tanks, artillery pieces, and vehicles. For the Soviet Union, Operation Bagration was a resounding success. The Red Army liberated vast territories, including Belarus, and demonstrated its growing operational sophistication. The campaign also showcased the effectiveness of Soviet combined arms warfare, with close coordination between infantry, armor, artillery, and air support. Human cost. The human cost of Operation Bagration was immense. The Soviet Union suffered over 750,000 casualties, including more than 170,000 killed. German losses were equally staggering, with hundreds of thousands of soldiers killed, wounded, or captured. Civilians in the region endured significant hardships, including widespread destruction, displacement, and atrocities committed by both sides. Legacy. Operation Bagration remains one of the most studied campaigns of World War II, highlighting the importance of strategic planning, operational art, and the effective use of combined arms. It demonstrated the Red Army's ability to conduct large-scale offensives and underscored the declining fortunes of the Wehrmacht as the war entered its final stages. In the broader context of the war, Operation Bagration showcased the devastating potential of Soviet military power and the irreversible shift in the balance of forces on the Eastern Front. The operation's success set the stage for the Red Army's final push into Germany, culminating in the fall of Berlin in May 1945.